I think I broke it! Oh god, what just happened to Tiny Chat? So I think we overcapacitated. That's not really a word. We'll go with it anyway. Overcapacitated works. This evil Tiny Chat thing. Oh, wow. That's good stuff. I like it. Maybe just couldn't handle the epic. Yes, indeed. Cataclysm Q&A time, ladies and gentlemen. Send it on in. The Murloc at Gmail or cynicalbrit.com, whichever you prefer. Gmail tends to be a bit faster. As much as I like, hey, the Murloc at cynicalbrit.com, aren't I professional? Well, as it turns out, Gmail's quicker than that, especially when the server's getting hammered as much. So, yeah, send it on over. The Murloc at gmail.com. It's the place to go. Shouldn't have any issues with that whatsoever. Okay. Send it on over. I can't do it via the chat room, I'm afraid. I wish I could, but I cannot. Because when you do it via the chat room, I cannot see any PMs because they come so fast. And one overrides the other, overrides the other, overrides the other. Oh, Jesus, it's terrible. So I've got like 23 messages right here. I cannot answer these because if you send them in, I won't be able to read them. Ugh. Also, by the way, if you're in the chat room and you hear a microphone or whatever that's not mine, it's very easy to deal with. Just click the sounds and notifications little boxes right there. Just click them off, and that will stop it. Some people obviously have their mics open. It's not a big deal. Right. Q&A time. Email it in, or you can send it over IRC. I can take them over IRC because that doesn't overwrite. So send them on in through IRC. That's irc.quakenet.org. Hash or pound Cynical Brit. I'm on there as Total Biscuit, so you shouldn't have a problem there. Okay. Da-da-da. Oh, yeah. The poll. I remember that. I've got a quick poll right here that someone's created for me, so I'd like you to go vote on this. It's a very simple poll. If you play WoW, have you played another Blizzard game? And I'd like you to answer this if you played it on something as, more than 5 minutes. So, there's the poll right here. And you can go vote on that. I would just like to see the results by the end of the show. I'll put this up as well for you guys that are listening via podcast. That will be embedded into the page on cynicalbrit.com's archive notes, which is, it goes up on the front page when I put out every episode. So just check out cynicalbrit.com. You can vote in this poll. I'm just willing to bet that there's a huge number of people that are in that crossover demographic there. Right. Email time. I really need to close all of these windows. Oh, dear. Right, let's go Chrome. Separate this window and close everything else. Thank you. The problem I have with Chrome is that I open up so many damn tabs that it's like, alright, I have 37 tabs open. I can't read any of these because they're too small. So let's go back to my Gmail. I have my Tiny Chat open and my Gmail, and that is all that is required at this point in time. Everything else can go away. Right. Cataclysm Q&A questions, ladies and gents. I am going to log in. And then once I've done so, I shall be able to give you some answers to that questions. Right. Okay. Fantastic stuff, right. Just logging in at the moment, so I'll try and answer as many questions as I can and log in. Alright, greetings host of shows. Has Blizzard released or mentioned anything about new or redone racials for old races? Not anymore. Not yet, anyway. They're going to, but it's not in there as of yet. So, right now, everyone has the same stuff with the exception of Goblin and Worgen. I must say, Worgen is not as impressive as Goblin, really. They have some nice stuff, but it's an awful lot of passives, and I'm not really all that keen on it, per se. Some more actives would be nice. Also, I think we might be breaking the poll site. Whoops. Okay, I'm logging into with Kittens again, and he's wearing blackface, apparently. Gotta love the bugs. Go, Total Halibut, log in. There we go. Yeah, so that's expected in a future beta build. I'm curious as to how much XP it requires to level in Cataclysm. In Wrath, it takes about 1.5 to 1.6 million for one level. Well, I can tell you for a fact that 80 to 81 at the moment takes about 3.5 to 3.6 million. And they have stated that 70 to 80 is about the same as 80 to 85. Simple as that. So, that's the answer to that. Obviously, that's all subject to change, so just bear that in mind. Can you tell me anything about the professions in Cataclysm? Not a huge amount. Oh god, I'm falling to my death! I forgot. Oh, where's my Blake? Oh god, where's my Blake? 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 28,000 damage. Oh, why did I log off on a mount? Oh. I reset, well, all of my bars were reset because they reset the talent, so I have nothing on my bars, and I just fell to my death. Bollocks. Not good at all. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see what else we can find. Professions in Cataclysm. There's not really a massive amount out on it. There's some partial stuff out on MMO Champion, but I haven't trained any of the profs yet. It's just, there's so much stuff to do. So that's why I haven't done anything about it. Oh yeah, incidentally, you can also send these questions in via Twitter. That won't be a problem. Right. I'm Fluff in the chat and I play a paladin on the Tanarus server that started as a blood elf and I'm currently a human and will soon be a Tauren. My question is, how do you feel about TRH becoming a mount available through the Blizzard Online store? Well, this isn't a question at all. I mean, we dealt with this ages ago. I did a massive show on TRH, aka the Celestial Steed. Indeed, I did a big video on it. It's got about 400,000 views, so yeah, I don't like TRH. I think it's a bloody travesty, but yeah, that's a past issue. I don't think there's any need to go into it. I'm having trouble choosing between a Troll Druid or Worgen Druid. What do you think I should choose? Well, Troll, obviously. Troll's the best race. What are you talking about? Well, let me put it this way. If you look at the racials available right now... God, I'm going to have to log in at my Worgen in order to do that. Am I really going to aggro a level 9 wolf? Oh, please! I don't even have any abilities. Hit it with my sword. There we go. I wasn't even able to one-shot the level 9 wolf with my sword. That's embarrassing, but I am a mage. Let's try logging out again. And I'll give you the Worgen abilities. But anyway, look at the troll abilities. Stuff you've got right now. Bear in mind, this is all subject to change. If you're going to make a judgment purely based on racials, you're going to have a real problem with that. Because they're going to change the troll stuff, and it's not going to be applicable anymore. But you should be troll because troll is best. As regards to what the Worgen has, I can tell you, they've got some pretty nice passives, and they've got one active, which is more utility than anything else. Oh, every time my bloody Worgen looks disgraceful. Okay. Worgen. Log in at me Worgen. And I'll tell you the racials that they actually have. Come on. Wake up. Stupid beta client. One of their... I'll tell you what one of the things is. Ah, there we go. Fantastic. Okay. Right. Your first racial passive is called Aberration, and it reduces the duration of curses and diseases used against you by 15%. It's a bit of PvP talent, but it's also got some PvE utility as well. It's very situational. Dark Flight, that's your activatable. Activates your true form, increasing movement speed by 70% for 10 seconds. It's basically a very reduced planes running. It's a sprint. Flayer. Skinning skill increased by 15 and allows you to skin faster. So that's kind of neat. I like that. Because a lot of these sort of you gain something and something doesn't give any additional benefit. I would like that to now be the case. 2 forms. So you can switch over between Worgen and human form. It's completely cosmetic. Viciousness increases critical strike chance by 1%. And that's it. That's your abilities. They're not all that exciting, are they? I like the skinning thing. I would like to see exactly what's going on there. Okay. Just checking out the other stuff out. I know some people are asking for the new mirror server. I will link that in the tiny chat for you. There you go. That's the mirror server. Right. Next question. Gotta put away my Gmail again. That would be very silly. You can send these in via Twitter, you can send these in via chat, but not on the tiny chat. It's got to be by IRC, because I can't read it otherwise. Druids, I would like to ask if Druid Worgen have their own models added. Yes, they do, and you can see the Druid cat form in my latest Worgen video. Druid Bear, you don't get till later, so you're just going to have to wait on that one. But yes, they do have their own forms. If you really want to see screenshots of them, MMO Champion has them in their Druid section. Okay, from Pepe, with Paladins getting a very cool extra resources, do you think that other players of other classes are going to want to get something as cool as that? Oh, hell yeah, they are. I want something as cool as that. Absolutely. Definitely. Hell, as far as I'm concerned, all fire mages need is that mod that you used to have. I remember it. What was it called? Oh, I completely forgot, but it's the one that played the NBA Jam sounds. Like, he's heating up! He's on fire! That was for rolling ignites. That was what the mod was for, when rolling ignites used to happen. We need something like that. The ability to charge up fire for some kind of massive attack or something. That would be amazing. So, yeah. I mean, Druids have Eclipse right now, and you've got... Warlocks have got that Soul Shard mechanic, although it's not entirely implemented yet, and Eclipse isn't either. But yeah, I'd like to see an extra resource, because it helps move away from homogenization that we saw in Wrath. I saw you were playing a Troll Warlock in the Troll video. Did you get to try out the new Soul Shard system? No, because I didn't have a spell that actually used any. So no, I don't even know if it's properly implemented yet. Voldro asks, what spec will you play in Cataclysm based off the new mage trees and 31-point abilities? Because I'm going to play Fire. Yeah, Fire's looking pretty strong at the minute, actually. It really is. But there is a sick ability, I tell you. There's amazing ability for Arcane Mages. Let me find it for you. This just came up in the beta change yesterday. This is obscene. Try this one out. New talent, Nether Vortex. Gives your Arcane Blast a 100% chance to apply the Slow spell to any targeted damages if no target is currently affected by Slow. That's ridiculous! That's amazing! Think about that. That's a fantastic talent. I'm all over that. It's good stuff. But yeah, Fire, I'm thinking, because I like burning things, and the whole focus on dots and Flame Orb looks like a great spell. I am absolutely up for playing Fire again. Fire was always my favourite spec, but I play what is most efficient at the time. I don't really have any particular attachment to them, and I certainly don't think I'm a unique and beautiful bloody snowflake. So yeah, Fire is looking very likely for me at the current state of the beta. Coming in from Kyle A. I know it's still a beta, but overall, what do you think about the quality of the content presented so far? Also, if you've been leveling up your pre-made past 80, how do you feel about the quality of the quests? Do they seem coherent in the context of the overall presence of the Cataclysm, or are they generic from what we've seen before? Cautiously optimistic on everything, really. There's a lot of work still to be done, but the Hyjal stuff is really good. The Vashia stuff I'm not so keen on because I don't like the underwater mechanics. Hyjal is great. I mean, unquestionably great. It's really covered in lore. There's a ton of phasing. It's a large, epic zone with a lot of different variety in it. It's wonderful. I'm looking forward to playing it. At the end of the day, they applied some of the lessons they learned with Wrath of the Lich King questing, which is one of the only good things about this expansion, and they brought it into Cataclysm and applied their new knowledge of phasing and everything they've learned over the past couple of years. It's great. It's awesome, and questing is going to be so much better. Many of the old world zones, especially mountainous ones, have disastrously abrupt seams. Good example is the border between Searing Gorge and Badlands. Have they been cleaned up for Cataclysm? Now you'll be able to see them better from the air. They certainly seem to have. They don't look as ridiculous. There's still a bit of work to be done. I think there could be a bit more polish there in the terms of the geography of the areas. But yeah, they're pretty good. Dear host of shows, I always look forward to getting new spells while leveling up. It seems that a lot of new abilities are going to be learned very early now, which means that there's going to be less abilities to learn after 15 to 20, and I have less to look forward to. Leveling might become boring in that respect, especially when you've done the new zones already and you're on your second alt. Are they indeed learned too early, and what is your view on it? Well, they're not really. You learn that big ability there, but you've also got a lot of like new active stuff that's coming in as talents, and they're going to be more spread out. So you're going to learn extra abilities there. Obviously, the ranks have been taken out, but they said they were trying to aim for you to get like a new ability or powered up version of an ability like every 2 levels or so. I don't know whether or not they could pull that off, but it's possible when you think about it. There's a lot more abilities than you would really realize overall for a lot of different classes, so we'll see what they can do there. But yeah, I understand your concern. The fact that they're bringing in that big powerful ability at level 10 is something that's like, well, you've just kind of blown your load a little bit too early there, haven't you? You've got some problems with your stamina, let's just say. And then you have to deal with the fact that the rest of the 85 levels maybe aren't so interesting. I think they'll be able to pull it off. It looks solid for the most part at the moment. Okay. I've got a few questions, one general, one about quests, and one very specific. So first off, Cataclysm was designed as a combination of some of the best features in the entirety of WoW, while adding some new ideas and improvements. On paper, this sounds like what a lot of people have always wanted, but as we all know it, things on paper don't always turn out as planned. Do you think that Cataclysm has achieved most of its goals it set out to do so far? Mostly, yes. I think their retention goal is getting there. The idea of getting people really hooked in early on, that's getting there. Leveling experience for alts and for new players, way more interesting. Vashia needs a lot of work. I don't think that's anywhere near as good as it should be. I don't like the zone at all. It's a very good looking zone, but I hate fighting in it. It's absolutely terrible. I think the instances are showing a lot of promise, but my god, they need to stay the course and not chicken out on it. It's like, oh, it's too hard, we need to get rid of it. And I don't know about the raids. I mean, the raids look good. I like the fact that there's going to be at least 3, most likely 4 on launch. 2 6s, a 4, and a 1 is what they're looking at. That's great. That's back to the TBC model. That's much better. So we're looking at multiple tiers from launch. Good, good, good. More of that. Split it up into smaller dungeons that are more of a change of scenery than anything else. It makes people less bored. I mean, you got Old War, which has, what, 15 bosses? God, go to hell. It's just, it gets so boring after a while. Because you've been in there for month after month after month and you don't see anything new. Okay. What else have we got? Second question. Have you seen any mid-level questing? What's your opinion on that? I have seen some around Stone Talon at level 30 or so. Really good. Honestly, a lot of it seems really, really great. Stone Talon is a fantastic zone. Some of the zones haven't been changed as much as Stone Talon, but the whole plot that's going on there, it's really awesome, and I think you'll really like it. Third question, TBC starting zones, Eversong Woods, Ghostlands, have they received any major changes? Not a massive amount. Ghostlands, not really. Eversong, not really. They haven't altered a lot there. I think there'll be some minor changes, but bear in mind, those starting zones were always better anyway, so I don't know just how many changes they're going to inflict on that. Have you ever played a Frost Mage? Do you think Blizzard needs to bring Frostbite back? Improved trees make sense in the PvP tree? I don't like Frost. I think it's boring. I know they want to try and get everything valuable for PvP, but just give it to Frost and let them have done with it, really. Nobody wants to throw ice bolts in raids. It makes you look like a sissy. I'm wondering, once Cataclysm raids come into beta, will you be posting raid videos covering the bosses? If I can get a level 85, yeah. That's the problem. I mean, people have been asking, why don't you post Stonecore? Because you can't get in there before level 83. You literally cannot enter the dungeon. I don't have time to level from 80 to 83. That's like leveling from 70 to 77, man. That's a lot of work, and I wouldn't be able to post video content. What I'm going to do, most likely, is I'll finish up the starting zone content, and then I'll start leveling the mage in Mount Hyjal, and I'll do quest content there, and try and get to 83 there, but it's going to take a long time. So if you want to see something about the Stonecore, I know TankSpot, who are, of course, now also part of the Game Station, have a video about it. It's not as crazy in-depth as the stuff that I tend to do, but it's really good nonetheless. So go have a look at that one if you're really interested in it. Okay, a couple more, then I'll do shout-outs, then I'll end, folks, because, yeah. It's been a lengthy show, and hopefully everyone's had great fun. I certainly have. Where is Tinkertown? Tinkertown is now located somewhere in Redridge. I believe it is under the bridge that's now been repaired. So if we blow up the bridge again, that will flatten Tinkertown and get rid of the gnomes for all time. What else have we got? Do you actually need to put a point into slow for the Vortex Talent to work? That's a great question. I don't know. I don't think so. Live update. Space combat in Star Wars Old Republic has been confirmed. Awesome. So good. Okay. Right, that'll do me for the time being, because we're getting rapidly towards the end of the show. The show's almost been 2 hours now. I'd like to thank Lasana for coming on the show, incidentally, and we're going to be hopefully having Terpster on next week, and I'm going to be talking to some other people. So, Hunters-wise, I'll ask Big Red Kitty, see if I don't know if he hates me. BRK, you listening to the show? Do you hate me? I don't know. My list for haters is getting really long, and it's difficult to find out who's actually on it now and who isn't. But BRK for Hunters might be a good idea, and if you have any suggestions about who you'd like to hear from for various talent interviews, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about bringing them on the show. Because, of course, this is now the #1 video game podcast in the world, according to iTunes. I still think that was some kind of mistake. Right, let's see the results for the poll. Okay, live listeners, have you played a Blizzard game next to WoW? 91%, that consists of 212 people say yes, and 9%, 20 people say no. There you go, there's your evidence right there, this entirely subjective poll. Oh dear. Right, folks, shout-out time. Bring it on! themurloc@gmail.com, or you can send me a message in the chat room, and I will try my very, very best to get through as many as possible. So yeah, send it in, and I will get it done. In the meantime, I'm going to give shout-outs to those of you who are brave enough to be on the chat wall. Merdon, you've got your camera fixed. That's great. Oh, what a disappointment. You're another pasty white guy with glasses. I don't know why I should be surprised by that. It would just be nice to have some exotic people in the channel for change. Can we get like 12 bee drones? That would be wonderful. Evil McBad Guy, you're awake. Fantastic. Well done. Wake up, you lazy bastard, and keep that damn shirt on. Man, I'd see you. Over the past 2 days, I've seen more pasty white male flesh than I ever want to see in my life. And I'm not just talking about looking in the mirror. I'm talking about watching people like Husky do his freaking parody of that Old Spice commercial. I cannot unsee! Tomarus, welcome to the channel. You'll probably survive about 5 minutes with these creeps. Fear the calm. You are very calm, aren't you, honestly? I don't think I've seen you express any emotions for this entire show. Show me some excitement, or anger, or upset, anything. Moufette, welcome also to the chat wall. Fantastic stuff. B-Drone, you are not moving as much as I expect. Are you on something? Tranquilizers, maybe? Sort it out. Bacon Strip, I am impressed by the size of that tower of hats. But I would watch out, you might have to go into a chiropractor after that. Lavernius! Why do you always look so down all the time? It's not that bad. Total Biscuit, you handsome, dapper fellow. And Nocturnus, what the hell's that on your head? I'm trying to figure this out. What is that thing? I don't know. And Persis, oven-baked what? Move your head so I can see what that is. Where are you? That you have a big banner that says oven-baked S. Oven-baked what? Oven-baked stones? Oven-baked... Oh, you're wearing 2 caps. Or is that 3 caps? It's multi-cap. Multi-cap. Yes, indeed. There we go. Oven-baked subs. They're fantastic. Damn it, I'm hungry now. Oh, how dare you. Okay, shout-outs to everyone else. Let's see what we can do. Oh, dear. A shout-out to the Guild Knights of the Round, Olderman US. That's from Sean Caster. Let's see what else we've got. People have been sending in messages. Please don't do that. What am I doing? These are all questions. These are no good at all. A shout out to StarCraft 2 for being released in 4 days. Hoo-yah! Looking forward to it. Hell, it's about time. A shout out to Devilish, to the members of Phoenix Legion on COA, and the members of the new bus on Aeonar. I'm actually a guildie of BRK. Oh, hello. This is actually useful. I'll get in touch. Yeah, do that. Get BRK to give me a word. I'm not mean. He can speak to Lysana and ask. I actually am very nice in interviews. I just blast people for the rest of the time. Okay. Shout out to Eric for restarting his WoW account from Defiles. A shout out to my guildless Team Will Cartel, Rise of Legends. That's from I Tank for Lulz. Oh dear. A shout out to Hordecore on the Echo Isles, Old Thundertards on Grizzly Hills, and a shout out to a random person in a random location. Oh, I bet you think that makes you smart. A shout out to my guild, Default on Zenadar, EU. What else do we have? Many things. Shout out to the guild Snake for being solid. I see what you did there. I wish I didn't. A shout out to the Restokin for the interview and Bacon for stealing my t-shirts. That's from Magic Thieves. And a shout out to Sailor Moon. Oh, are you 12? Go away! A shout out to Angelo and to myself for entering the Blizzard writing contest. Are you going to write about your love for the wonderful female priest Angelo, Onan? Yes, I'm sure you are. A shout out to OMG It's Jay. He never comes up with anything original, I swear. Come on, do better than that. I know it's Twitter and it's only 140 characters, but please, do something with it. A shout out to the Warden for having a nasty block teardrop. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yes, indeed, that would explain why we do not have the Warden in the chat today. What else do we have? A shout out to me for 15 straight runs through ICC, but still no gunship shield. Still running with a 200 neck shield. Damn you, ICC! That's from Peter Deragren. And a shout out to Elders at Play. That's on Frostmane from Manuel. And a shout out to Maradin from Anvilmoth, being new to the show, recommended his friends, wiping in Halls of Reflection 5 times today and starting playing his 80 mage again. If you need proof of why a guild is a good idea, then there you go right there, wiping in a HOR. My name has been Total Biscuit. You have been listening to a 2-hour Blue Please right here. Thank you to my special guest, Lysana. Looking forward to having some more interviews next week. And shout out to everyone here for maxing out my streaming servers. That's never happened before. That's ridiculous. I've got more videos coming up for you. And of course, shout out to the Game Station for the excellent opportunity they've given me. Looking forward to producing videos for you guys. Oh yeah. I am done, I think. I'm gonna go get pizza. Damn you, guy in chat! Good night.